Hello everyone. Today we are going to revise the chapter Chemical Equilibrium, the important concepts of chemical equilibrium. So what is chemical equilibrium? If you take the reaction, suppose you take N2, N2 gas, N2 gas plus 3H2 gas gives rise to 2NH3 gas. So all these are what now here? All these are gaseous substances. Just a moment now. Yeah. So the formation of ammonia. The formation of ammonia is given by the equation what here? N2 gas plus 3H2 gas gives rise to 2NH3 gas. Right. So in this case now here, how many moles of nitrogen taken initially? 1 mole of nitrogen is taken. How many moles of hydrogen is taken? 3 moles of hydrogen. How many moles of ammonia is produced here? 2 moles of ammonia is produced. Right. So in this reaction now, initially whatever the number of moles in the balanced equation to be understood here. Number of moles of each reactant and products in the given equation we have to take. And also we have to take what now here? The number of moles left over at equilibrium. Number of moles left over at equilibrium we have to understand. Okay. Suppose here initially given what now here? Initially given what? Suppose 10 mole 1 mole you take here. So 1 mole of nitrogen is given, 1 mole of hydrogen is given. 1 mole of nitrogen gas is given to you, 1 mole of hydrogen gas is given. But in the balanced equation we have 1 mole of nitrogen is interacting with 3 moles of hydrogen. Right. And now how many moles of products will be there initially? Initially 0 moles. There won't be any ammonia in the beginning. Now, at equilibrium, after some time, equilibrium will reach at equilibrium. So, at equilibrium, what happens now here? Tell me. At equilibrium, the rate of forward reaction becomes equal to rate of backward reaction. The rate of forward reaction becomes equal to what? The rate of backward reaction means the both speeds of both the reactions will become equal. Then at equilibrium means when time is at equilibrium, what happens from 1 mole of this nitrogen given, how much will be dissociated here? 1 into alpha. So 1 minus 1 alpha, that is 1 minus alpha will be left over. 1 minus alpha mole is left. How much of nitrogen is left at equilibrium? 1 minus alpha moles of nitrogen gas is left. And how many moles of this hydrogen will be left over? Tell me. From 1 mole, a 3 alpha will be dissociated. 3 alpha will be dissociated. Here 1 minus given 1 mole minus 1 alpha. Here given 1 mole minus 3 alpha. How many moles in the balanced equation? 3 moles. If 1 mole of nitrogen is consumed in the reaction, 3 moles of hydrogen is consumed. If alpha moles of nitrogen is consumed, 3 alpha moles of hydrogen will be consumed, right? So 1 mole nitrogen when it is consumed, 3 moles of hydrogen is consumed. If alpha is consumed here, 3 alpha will be consumed. That's why here how much left over? The given 1 mole initially minus 3 alpha consumed. So it is what now here 1 minus 3 alpha moles of hydrogen is left over at equilibrium. So they are equilibrium moles of nitrogen, equilibrium moles of hydrogen. Next, here, how many moles of ammonia is produced here? Check it. See here, from 1 mole of nitrogen, we are getting 2 moles. From 3 moles of hydrogen, we are getting 2 moles. Here, from balanced equation, we are getting 2 moles of ammonia. Okay. So here, if alpha is consumed here, here 2 alpha should be formed. 2 alpha should be formed. Now, how will decide the number of moles of ammonia? The number of moles of product will always be decided by the limiting reagent. Limiting reagent is what we have to understand first. What is limiting reagent in this? We have to understand. Here, generally, 1 mole of nitrogen consumes what? 3 moles of hydrogen. Otherwise, you take here, If 1 mole of nitrogen is completely consumed, we are getting 2 moles of ammonia. Okay, so here if alpha moles consumed, if 1 mole is consumed completely, 2 moles we are getting. If alpha is consumed, how much we get? 2 into alpha. 2 into alpha moles of ammonia is produced here. So 2 alpha moles of NH3 ammonia is produced. At what? At equilibrium. At equilibrium. So at equilibrium, how many moles of ammonia is produced here? 2 alpha moles of ammonia is produced. How many moles of hydrogen left over at equilibrium? 1 minus 3 alpha. How many moles of nitrogen is left over at equilibrium? 1 minus alpha. So here, what is number of moles of nitrogen? Number of moles of nitrogen at equilibrium. Equilibrium number of moles of nitrogen, how much here? 1 minus alpha. The same thing, number of moles of hydrogen at equilibrium is equal to what now? 1 minus 3 alpha. 1 minus 3 alpha. Next, what now? Number of moles of ammonia. Number of moles of ammonia at equilibrium is equal to what now here? 2 alpha. 2 alpha moles. So here 1 minus alpha moles of nitrogen is left over. 1 minus 3 alpha moles of hydrogen is left over, and 2 alpha moles of ammonia is produced here. Now number of moles we got. When you know number of moles, we can also know the mole fraction. Mole fraction also we can understand. So mole fraction we know when you know number of moles. Okay, so now here equilibrium constant for this equilibrium reaction, it is what now here? Chemical equilibrium or physical equilibrium? Chemical equilibrium. So in case of chemical equilibrium, what we have to understand, at equilibrium position, what are the number of moles of reactants and products should be understood first here. From this we can understand the equilibrium constant K. In terms of what? Number of moles. The equilibrium constant K in terms of number of moles, equilibrium constant K in terms of mole fractions, equilibrium constant of a reaction in terms of pressures, partial pressures. We'll all these equilibrium constants we can calculate if you know number of moles here and pressure. Okay. Now this reaction is taking place at total pressure of P. Total pressure of what? Total pressure is equal to P here. So P ATM. Suppose total pressure is taken what? P ATM suppose. And what is delta Ng here? Delta Ng value how much here? Delta Ng means what? Number of moles of gaseous, moles of products minus reactants. So what is delta Ng here for this reaction? Number of moles of gaseous, moles of products minus number of moles of gaseous reactants. Yeah, totally how many moles of products? Gaseous, moles of products 2. 2 moles of products minus how many gaseous moles of reactants? Here 1 mole of gaseous nitrogen, 3 moles of gaseous hydrogen. 3 plus 1, 4. So 2 minus 4. That equals to what now here? Minus 2. So delta N G for gases here. Delta N is what? The change in number of moles of gaseous products and reactants. So delta Ng, how to calculate? The number of moles of gaseous products minus the total number of moles of gaseous moles of reactants. So this 2 minus 4 is equal to minus 2 here. Delta Ng minus 2. That means what now? Delta Ng of this reaction is less than 0 or more than 0? Delta Ng value less than 0. Okay. So in this condition, we have to understand what? Total number of moles of the equilibrium mixture and number of moles of each and every reactant and product and partial pressures of each reactants and products we must know. Okay. Now equilibrium constant of this reaction can be expressed in terms of partial pressures, in terms of mole fractions, in terms of number of moles. So what we can write now here? Kp we can write. Kp means what? Equilibrium constant in terms of partial pressures. And Kx means what? Equilibrium constant in terms of mole fractions. X indicates what? Mole fraction. And Equilibrium constant in terms of what? N, number of moles. Equilibrium constant in terms of number of moles. So these three, the relationship between these three equilibrium constants should be understood here. And numerical problems can be solved very easily. Let's take the screenshot of this one. Okay, next. Now next is that in the above reaction now, suppose we take here relation between Kp and Kc. First you write what is Kp, what is Kc, what is Kn. So first write Kn. Kn means what now? Equilibrium constant in terms of number of moles. Equilibrium constant in terms of what? Number of moles. Now how to write for the above reaction here? Now number of moles of products divided by total number of moles of reactants we have taken. In the above equation, what is the product? Ammonia is the product here. Ammonia is product here. How many moles of ammonia is in the balanced equation? 2 moles. So what we write now here? Number of moles of ammonia, number of moles of ammonia square. Okay, divided by, now how many moles of reactants in the balanced equation? 1 mole of nitrogen is there. So number of moles of nitrogen to the power of 1. 1 mole is there in the balanced equation into number of moles of what now here? Number of moles of hydrogen. Number of moles of hydrogen to the power of 3. Okay, so number of moles of ammonia square divided by the number of moles of nitrogen to the power of 1 into number of moles of hydrogen to the power of 3. So this is what now here? The Kn. Kn means what now? Equilibrium constant in terms of number of moles. What is Kn here? Equilibrium constant in terms of what? In terms of number of moles. Number of moles. Moles means what? N, small n here, in terms of number of moles. That's what Kn we have taken. Kn is this one here. Is that clear? Next. Now here, what is mole fraction? Tell me generally. Mole fraction of nitrogen, suppose. Mole fraction of nitrogen. Now X N2. Mole fraction of nitrogen means what? X N2. So what is mole fraction? Actually, how to write? Number of moles of nitrogen in the balanced equation, the at equilibrium. So number of moles of nitrogen at equilibrium. Number of moles of nitrogen at equilibrium divided by total number of moles. Total number of moles. Total number of moles of what? N2. Okay. H2 and number of moles of nitrogen plus number of moles of hydrogen plus number of moles of ammonia at equilibrium. At what? Equilibrium. So at equilibrium, number of moles of nitrogen by total number of moles of 3 gases in the above equation is equal to what now here? What here? Mole fraction of nitrogen. So how to write now here? Mole fraction of nitrogen is equal to X N2 is equal to what now here? Number of moles of nitrogen divided by number of moles of nitrogen plus number of moles of hydrogen plus number of moles of ammonia. So this is what now here? Mole fraction of nitrogen gas. In the same way we can calculate mole fraction of hydrogen gas, mole fraction of ammonia gas we can calculate. So like this, first we have to get what now? Mole fractions of all the reactants and products first. Then we can calculate what? Kx. Kx means what? Equilibrium constant in terms of mole fractions. Now here what we have written? Kn. Okay. Take the screenshot now. Yeah. Now next here Kx I'm writing. Kx means what now? Equilibrium constant in terms of what now? In terms of mole fractions. In terms of mole fractions. Mole fraction is given by which letter? X generally. Mole fraction is given by letter X. Now see here, Kx I'm taking here. This is called what? Kx. This equilibrium constant is called Kx. Kx is equal to, now mole fraction of products by mole fraction of reactants we have taken. So mole fraction of ammonia product, mole fraction of ammonia products. How many moles of ammonia in the balanced equation 2NH3 na? So square. So mole fraction of ammonia whole square divided by what now? Mole fraction of nitrogen gas to the power of 1 into mole fraction of hydrogen gas, that is reactant, to the power of 3. So how many moles of hydrogen in the balanced equation? 3 moles. So the 3 moles of hydrogen will rise to the power of mole fraction of hydrogen. You have 1 mole of nitrogen in the balanced equation. So this 1 will rise to the power of mole fraction of nitrogen. In the balanced equation, 2 moles of ammonia is there. So this 2 will rise to the power of mole fraction of ammonia. So here mole fraction of ammonia square divided by mole fraction of nitrogen to the power of 1 into mole fraction of hydrogen to the power of 3 will give Kx. Kx is what now here? Equilibrium constant in terms of mole fractions. Mole fractions. Is that clear now? So it's about what now here? Now all these mole fractions at equilibrium, remember. Mole fraction of ammonia at equilibrium square. Mole fraction of nitrogen to the power of 1 at equilibrium. And mole fraction of hydrogen at equilibrium to the power of 3. So all these equilibrium, all these mole fractions at equilibrium only. All these are at equilibrium. So equilibrium mole fractions we have taken. In the previous equation also same thing. So number of moles of nitrogen at equilibrium. Number of moles of nitrogen at equilibrium. Number of moles of hydrogen at equilibrium. Number of moles of ammonia at equilibrium. So equilibrium moles only we have taken. Don't take number of moles from balanced equation. We take number of moles of each and every reactant and product from equilibrium state. From equilibrium state means what now? This one. So it is what now? Number of mole of nitrogen at equilibrium. It is number of moles of hydrogen at equilibrium. It is the number of moles of ammonia at equilibrium. Okay. Now it is what now? Mole fraction means equilibrium constant in terms of mole fractions of reactants and products. Okay. Take the screenshot of this. Next. Now, next is that equilibrium constant. Equilibrium constant in terms of what now? In terms of partial pressures. Partial pressures. Okay. So first of all, what is partial pressure of a gas? Partial pressure. Partial pressure, small p, of a gas. Of a gas is equal what now here? Generally, mole fraction of the gas, mole fraction of this gas into what? Total pressure, into total pressure of gaseous mixture. Total pressure of what ma? Gaseous mixture. Now in the above equation, how many gases there in the reaction vessel? 3 gases there. In the equilibrium vessel, what are there here? 3 gases. Nitrogen gas left over at equilibrium, hydrogen gas left over at equilibrium, and ammonia gas is newly formed at equilibrium. So the mixture of 3 gases we have taken. Total pressure of mixture of 3 gases. So total pressure of gaseous mixture should be taken. So mole fraction of the given gas into total pressure of the gaseous mixture will give the partial pressure of hydrogen. Example take here, partial pressure of nitrogen. Partial pressure of nitrogen is equal to what now? Mole fraction of nitrogen into total pressure of the gaseous mixture. Here capital P take. So total pressure of gaseous mixture. Total pressure of what now? Gaseous mixture. So this is what now? Partial pressure of nitrogen. In the same way we can calculate partial pressure of hydrogen is equal to mole fraction of hydrogen into total pressure. Partial pressure of ammonia gas is equal to mole fraction of ammonia gas into total pressure. So what is partial pressure generally? Partial pressure of a gas is equal to the product of mole fraction of the gas and total pressure of the gaseous mixture. This is what now here. That means what now here, the mole fraction of given gas, the mole fraction of given gas is equal to the ratio of what? Partial pressure of the gas to total pressure of gaseous mixture. This ratio is called what now? Partial pressure of the gas by total pressure of gaseous mixture will give mole fraction. From this only we have taken partial pressure of nitrogen gas is equal to mole fraction of nitrogen gas into total pressure. We take. Okay, so it's about what now here? The concept of partial pressure. So now the partial pressure of nitrogen, partial pressure of hydrogen, partial pressure of ammonia in the above equation we have to calculate first. After that we have to substitute in the equation. Okay. Take the screenshot of this. Next. Now see here. Now for the above equation, Kp I'm writing here. Kp means what now? Partial pressure in terms of partial pressure. So Kp is equal to, now what we take first, products by reactants. Na? So product is what? Ammonia here. So partial pressure of ammonia, partial pressure of ammonia square. Because number of moles of ammonia 2 in the balanced equation. So partial pressure of ammonia to the power of 2 divided by partial pressure of nitrogen, partial pressure of nitrogen to the power of 1 into partial pressure of hydrogen gas to the power of 3 here. Why 3? Number of moles of hydrogen in the balanced equation 3 na. So the 3 will raise to the power of partial pressure of hydrogen. Here 2 will raise to the power of partial pressure of ammonia. Here 1 will raise to the power of partial pressure of nitrogen. So this is what now here Kp. Kp is what now here in terms of partial pressures. Is that clear, ma? Now tell me here what is partial pressure of ammonia generally? Mole fraction of ammonia, mole fraction of ammonia into P total, P total whole square. This is what now here within the bracket is what? Partial pressure of ammonia. Number of means mole fraction of ammonia, mole fraction of ammonia into total pressure of ammonia whole square divided by. Now tell me here partial pressure of nitrogen, how to write? Partial pressure of nitrogen, mole fraction of nitrogen into total pressure of nitrogen means gaseous mixture to the power of 1 into here mole fraction of hydrogen gas into what? Total pressure whole power 3. We take here. So this is what now here the what here equilibrium constant in terms of partial pressures. Now we can take the relationship between what? Kp and Kx, Kp and Kx, and also we can take Kp and Kc, Kp and Kn. Relation between Kp, Kc, Kp, Kx, Kp, Kn. All these things we can take it. Okay. Now if we expand this one here, if we expand this what here, right hand side of the equation. Now tell me again, mole fraction means what generally? Mole fraction, how to write? Number of moles of ammonia by total number of moles, right? So here what we write now here in place of X NH3, what we write now? Number of moles of ammonia to the means divided by what? Total number of moles. Total number of moles of gaseous mixture. This is what now here number of moles of ammonia divided by total number of moles in place of X NH3. In place of X NH3, what we have written? Number of moles of ammonia divided by total number of moles of gaseous mixture into P total whole square divided by, it is what now here? It is what nothing but X NH3 into P total whole square. So in the place of XNH3 into P total whole power 2, this one I wrote here. In place of XNH3, what I wrote? Number of moles of ammonia by total number of moles of gaseous mixture. This is mole fraction. This is what now here? Mole fraction of ammonia into P total whole square. Take this one. So this way we have to expand what now here? The given equations. Now we can take relation between Kp and K. X, Kp and Kn also we can take. Okay, take the screenshot of this one. Next. Oh, now equilibrium constant. equilibrium constant in terms of what? Concentrations. In terms of concentrations, right? In terms of concentrations. Okay, a concentration is nothing but molar concentration. Concentration is nothing but molar concentration. Generally, we take in moles per liter. Moles per liter. Molar concentration means molarity, number of moles in 1 liter. Molar concentration we take here. Okay, and now here what we have to understand is that in this case now Kc we write. Kc is equal to mole means this concentration how to represent generally square bracket. The square bracket indicates what? Concentration. So the concentration of products, the product is what in the above equation? Ammonia. Square bracket of ammonia square by square bracket of nitrogen means molar concentration of nitrogen to the power of 1 into molar concentration of hydrogen to the power of 3. Okay, all these are what? Equilibrium concentrations. Remember, all these are equilibrium concentrations. In expression of Kp what we take? The partial pressure of ammonia at equilibrium, partial pressure of nitrogen at equilibrium, partial pressure of hydrogen at equilibrium. So equilibrium pressures we take here. Equilibrium partial pressures we take. The same way here in Kc also we take equilibrium concentration of ammonia square, equilibrium concentration of nitrogen to the power of 1 into equilibrium concentration of H2 to the power of 3. This is Kc, right now. So Kp, Kc, Kn, Kx. All these things we should not confuse here. All the relation between all these things we should understand. Okay, let's take the screenshot of this one. Here, what is the square bracket of NH3 meaning here? Square bracket of NH3 is equal to what? Molarity of ammonia gas in what? Moles per liter. Moles per liter. Here, molarity meaning what? Molar concentration. Molarity is nothing but molar concentration. Molar concentration. So molarity means molar concentration we have taken. Same thing for nitrogen and hydrogen we have taken. Okay. Yeah. Now the important thing what to understand is that the relation between Kp, Kc, Kx, Kl. These things we have to understand. So what is that now here? Relation between what now here? Kp, relation between Kp, Kc, Kx, Kn. Kn. And now listen carefully. First one important thing is that Kp. Now Kp versus each and every constant we take first. Now Kp is equal to Kc into RT whole power delta Ng. What is delta Ng here? Delta Ng what? Number of moles. Number of gaseous moles. Number of gaseous moles of products means number of moles of products minus total number of moles of, here also total number of moles. Total number of moles. Total number of gaseous moles of products minus total number of gaseous moles of reactants. Moles of reactants. This is what now delta N gases. G for gases here. We should not take for we should not take number of moles of solids and pure liquids here. Only for gases we take it. Total number of moles of gaseous, total number of moles of gaseous products minus total number of moles of gaseous reactants we take first. Now here Kp and Kc relationship is Kp is equal to what? Kc into RT whole power delta Ng. Right? If delta Ng equals to 0, if delta Ng equals to 0, Kp is equal to Kc. If delta Ng is what here? Greater than 1, if delta Ng greater than 1, that is positive. Okay, positive means greater than 1 or greater than 0. Greater than 0 means what now here? Positive. So in this case, what now here? What is more? Kp is greater than Kc, and so on. So if delta Ng value less than 0 or negative, Kp will be less than Kc. The same thing we take. Okay, take the screenshot now. Next, relation between Kp and Kx. Kp and Kx. So Kp is equal to Kx into total pressure, P total pressure to the power of delta Ng. Total pressure to the power of delta Ng. Right. So what is P total here? P total is what? P total is equal to total pressure of gaseous mixture. Total pressure of what? Gaseous mixture. Total pressure. In the above case, one total pressure what now here? Partial pressure of nitrogen gas plus partial pressure of hydrogen gas plus partial pressure of ammonia gas at equilibrium. So this one we have to understand. So we have taken the sum of partial pressures equals to total pressure. Na? The total pressure we have taken. So it's about relationship between Kp and Kx. Kp equals to Kx times total pressure of the gaseous mixture to the power of delta Ng. G for gases here. Okay. Take the screenshot. Kx is what now? Equilibrium constant in terms of mole fractions. Kp is what? Equilibrium constant in terms of partial pressures. Okay. Next, now another important thing is that Kp and Kn, relation between Kp and Kn. So this one you remember, it will be easy to calculate faster, any numerical problem. So this one is important too. So Kp is equal to Kn. Kp is equal to Kn into total pressure by total number of moles. Total pressure by total number of moles. So total number of moles. N total to the power of delta Ng means P total by N total. Total pressure of gaseous mixture by total number of moles of gaseous mixture whole power delta Ng. So if you take this one, it will be easy. Most of the problems, P total will be given 1 atm, 3 atm, 2 atm, 1.5 atm. Total pressure of gaseous mixture will be given at equilibrium. Total number of moles we can take it. The sum of number of moles of reactants and products we take here. Total number of moles. Okay, then we can easily get what now Kp value. Okay. So now tell me here, what is this here? How to write this one? P total means total pressure of gaseous mixture. P total is equal to total pressure of gaseous mixture. Total pressure of gaseous mixture. What is N here? What is this here? Nitrogen partial pressure plus hydrogen partial pressure plus next what? Ammonia partial pressure. Sum of the partial pressures we take P total. Now next one, N total means what now? N total. The same thing in some it will be given delta N, sigma N. Sigma N case or sum of the number of moles, the total number of moles. So N total is equal to what now here? Total number of moles, of gaseous mixture. The total number of gaseous mixture, the total number of moles of all reactants and products. That means what we take now here, number of moles of nitrogen at equilibrium plus number of moles of hydrogen at equilibrium plus number of moles of ammonia at equilibrium. This is what now here, total number of moles. So this is at equilibrium, remember. at equilibrium.